Good morning. Welcome to late May, early June garden tour. The stars of the show in late spring here are early summer, I suppose, are the hollyhocks. They probably have a week or two left. This huge clump, unbelievably, are just two plants. It's from the Halo series. This is the Halo cerise, and I think is my favorite color of the colors I've planted. And it's I got these from Annie's Annuals and Perennials in Richmond, California. My lavender rosea, which is like a pink lavender, is blooming for really the first time. And you'll see the Mimulus cardinalis, the pink monkey flower, is just starting to bloom between. It's a really nice ground cover. It spread so much from what it was last year through the roots. Snow's frisking around there. I should have found a bug or something. And one of my favorite color combinations that's going on right now is, gosh, all my neighbors have their trash cans out. Not that pretty, but focus on the flowers. Are these black night hollyhocks, which in the sun are maroon, and when they're kind of shaded, they're perfectly black. Really beautiful and dramatic and a little bit gothic in my sort of old-fashioned cottage garden. And I really like how the black looks with the pastels. I have a lot of pastel pinks and soft textured flowers in the garden, and so I really like how they look next to the pastel. The cultivar is Marie Simon. Cultivar means cultivated variety. It's a word plant nerds use a lot. And this was an accidental plant. I'd meant to buy 3 of the same pink, but as I often do, I accidentally picked one from the adjacent row. This is the Gloire de Versailles, and it has this beautiful dusky blue color. And no regrets. It has a very different form. You'll see it's much more sprawling than the nice, tidy, upright Marie Simon. Overall, I prefer the Marie Simon, but the color relationships this one has are different and are really rewarding. So I wouldn't yank it out and replace it. These hollyhocks are Halo Candy. So again, from the Halo series, hollyhocks are biennial, so it takes 2 years for this wonderful flowering show to happen. But the first year, though, I have to say I really enjoyed the very robust foliage that this plant had. It was a really nice textural plant in the first year, and it's rare to have a plant with such large leaves that requires so little water, and I really kind of need that big coarse texture in my garden because I have a lot of fine textures. Remember that. For garden design, you do want a contrast of different textures. And in the drought-tolerant garden, it can be hard to get the bigger textures, unless you're using succulents, which I encourage you to do, of course. So the variegated irises are done blooming. That bluish purple was so beautiful, but we're still getting their leaves, which are really nice, and really the reason why I planted them. In the foreground, neat Veronicas, Alstroemeria, that's Artemisia Silver Mound. If you have a question about any of these plants, please leave in the comments. The Penstemon, Margarita BOP, or Margarita Bop column, is doing a wonderful job in the front. That plant in the very front is a new one this year. It's Abelia something fountain. I really, really highly recommend yarrow, whether you think you like it or not, for California cottage gardens, or really kind of any California garden. They're so low water, they're so, so, so tough, and they come in a variety of colors. From red to yellow to pinks and lavender purples. This one's the cameo, and it's a really beautiful kind of apricot color at first, and then it fades to off-white with the strong sun that we get. You can see there's kind of this jewel-like mat of red creeping thyme. Really, really love this plant. I think I need to plant more of it. These are the stars of my summer garden, and they're just starting to pop. This is the florist pink scabiosa, or pincushion flower. You've probably seen them in my previous videos. They have these huge flowers compared to other pincushion flowers. So the colors of my garden as it becomes summer really shift more. As all of the flowers really start blooming, you really kind of feel that relaxing, more monochromatic pink and plum color theme. And that velvet centaurea there next to the Coco Loco rose is blooming for the first time. It has these really interesting kind of lavender pom-pom flowers. This actually got so tall that when it flowered, it flopped over onto this poor rock rose. It was really a pretty rude neighbor to the other plants. I had to cut it back from these different roses. So I think next year what I'm going to try in March or April, like kind of before it sets its blooming, before it starts to bloom, is to cut it back probably by half to see if that gives it more strength and prevents the flop. So this is Bo. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this content, please leave a comment, and we'll see you next time.